So, this will be Slay the Princess. I don't know anything about this game at all. Just check our levels. How are we sounding?
I hear you, but not game.
Okay, there's not much going on in the game yet. So we'll get started and just sound as we go. So right off the bat, we had a content warning, and we're told this is a love story. So we'll see how that goes. Ah, yes. Perfect. Slay the princess. And there she is. She looks helpless. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Let's see.
You're on a path.
Alright,
in the woods,
narration.
and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Okay,
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
got it. I'm on board so far.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, so high stakes. We need to kill this princess. Oh, okay. Oh, so many options. I would like information.
I'm talking about the end of everything we know. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have
Great.
to put an end to her.
Great. Don't linger on the specifics. You know what?
Get in there and do what needs to be done.
I don't trust people who tell me just trust me. All counting on me. Do we have any evidence?
You're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
That's an interesting argument.
You might as well reach the end of your journey.
But how did I get here? Who am I?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
Sure, the anti-monarchist argument.
Better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Wow. Okay, interesting argument. The question is how much I am willing to commit to this whole thing. No, don't think I want the world to end.
While I appreciate the mental exercise we are running up
Oh, a ticking clock.
to the ticking
Okay. Okay.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Yeah, that's questionable
We
logic.
decide to waste even more of our time by asking how causality doesn't matter.
That's the worst
Because
logic.
the end result is the same
Okay.
no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end. There is no changing that.
See, the problem is I don't even know what world I'm in at the moment.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Because, like, the world I live in, there's very few people who can actually destroy the whole world through their own individual actions.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her. And I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But,
Yeah.
a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Okay, so we gotta be cautious. We can't.
Then each
Just
and
trust
every one
her.
of us is doomed.
I'm not sure I trust the random narrator either.
See how that turns out for all of us.
Great, here we go.
You make your way up
Cabin.
the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess with
Great, let's go.
you. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slave them.
Yeah, obviously.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, interesting. Our hero has their own voice separate from me. Interesting. In we go.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
And we have a knife.
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Great.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm sure we will.
You take the blade from the table. It'll be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world.
Yes, yes, I imagine it would be. I would at least like to have the option. In we go.
The door to the basement creaks open.
This all seems very
revealing
normal,
a staircase
right?
faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
Huh.
The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. The princess really lives here. Slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
This narrator's really laying it on thick. This idea that killing her is in her best interest is maybe stretching the
A
point.
voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
I don't think it's ever in anyone's
Sounds
best interest to kill them.
dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down there.
I will say she doesn't sound scared. I don't know that I would immediately say she sounds dangerous. Are we getting audio? Okay. Mercy.
Yes, I can hear the narrator. He's just quieter than you.
Okay.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
All part of the manipulation. Sure, sure, sure. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Great.
You walk down the stairs.
Well, there she
your
is.
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the
What's the other chain for?
She's so
Are there arms with feet?
coldly beautiful.
Hmm.
Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
The
And
sketch.
there you are. Are you here
Alright,
to kill me
I'm
or
gonna look.
something?
Look at that face. She seems very skeptical.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
No, this situation's weird. I'm hanging on to the knife. I don't think I want to put the knife down.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
Are you not the hero? Are you somebody else?
Yeah, apparently I am the player and not the hero myself.
Oh. Well, if you're gonna be killing a princess, I don't think you classify as a hero anyways.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really
Not
is
very
a monster.
becoming.
Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Sure. No, we're holding on to
Ignore
that.
the trembling in your hands to tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you
See you in a bit.
scared
Bye-bye.
of me? Because you should be.
Yeah. I don't know that I'd say scared, but confused for sure.
Your grip on the blade tightening as you steal your resolve.
I'm
Great.
probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that
This
knife
game
is the
became
only
boring.
weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Yeah, I don't think so.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. Yes.
Look, I know mechanically, right, it's probably going to be a mistake to be cautious, but it still feels wrong.
You go into this expecting to die. You're going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Hesitate.
A little redundant.
Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Huh. No, I'm good.
Then I'm not talking to you.
You stare at the princess, squinting.
Yep, that's what I wanted to do.
She squints back. The two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you?
The two of us? Squint harder.
Squint even harder.
Grr.
So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep.
Okay, let's do it.
Charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand. You've already lost the battle.
Great. We're so good at this.
Casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her.
We're doing so well.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
Probably not.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones.
Oh,
making
I'm looking
you
at my arm now.
steady.
Look at that.
As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat, the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess.
Shockingly, that didn't go well.
Gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense
Mhm.
curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand. And now look at you.
What kind of hero am I? Not only am I killing a princess, but I can't even do it correctly.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Yes, we seem to have failed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs.
We did so well.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is.
Well,
Everything goes dark, and you die.
great. Oh, okay. Chapter 2. Okay, there's
You're
more going
a
on.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, here we go again.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Well, that's what I keep hearing.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We just met for the first time, you and I.
Okay, so the narrator and the princess, they're both very
So
suspicious.
what happened then? Maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Sure.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Okay, that's very suspicious.
Doesn't matter what he knows. There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to
Yep.
kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if
Mhm.
you spend the whole time second guessing yourself.
All right, let's do this. Let's go. No, we're gonna go. We're going. Let's do it. Let's do it. Why not?
A warning before you go.
A warning.
She
Great.
will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Sure.
We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation.
That's an
She
interesting
probably
strategy.
doesn't To try to
Oh, the
overpower
broken.
us.
The broken.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Oh, okay. There's different voices now. This
I'm not
seems
being
fine.
a pessimist. I'm
Great.
just being
Great. Now we
realistic.
have more than one voice.
You're being annoying. Just ignore the bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself.
There's something very strange
Cannot
going
stress
on.
enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
No, we're gonna kill
I
her.
agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
Okay.
Rescue her.
Rescue
Given the
her.
stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to
Mhm.
her. Either would be terrible.
I'm trying to figure out where this game is going.
So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world.
At the moment, I'm assuming we're trying to figure out what is even happening. Alright, Kevin,
That's
let's
what
go.
I want. I guess I don't have a say here.
No, you don't. I'm in charge. We'll see how that goes. It's a little hard. We don't have a lot of
The interior
context.
of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble
Uh-huh.
exterior would suggest. The
Okay.
only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
That seems suspicious. That's, that's a little
The
dangerous.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What's with the mirror? The mirror is
Why do
new.
we feel so small? We don't feel small.
Mm.
We are small. That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar.
What is going on? Now the game's trying to gaslight us.
There's definitely a mirror.
Thank you.
there isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway.
Wow.
And I'm sure that if we looked...
How many voices are we going to
we'd
have
see
at the end of this game?
something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things
See,
worse.
I would like more information on the situation.
For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future.
See, I was already suspicious about the narrator. This is very unusual behavior.
If there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
Great, let's see it.
Probably. Do you not know what we look like?
That's a good question.
He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
Please don't. I'd rather the princess kill us again than see how dreadful we are. I care less about what we look like and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what
Yeah.
else is he hiding from us?
Yeah, I completely agree.
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so...
That's a great question.
What good would it even do?
Approach the mirror. Let's go.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see. This really isn't funny.
It's very strange.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you
Aha! Okay.
are. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Okay, so are we crazy? Fine.
You take
Blake,
the blade
let's
from
go.
the altar. It will be different.
Yep. Let's go. Here we go. Down to the basement we go.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Hmm.
revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below.
Concerned about the size of the steps.
You almost feel at ease. Huh. This is actually kind of nice. Still a
What
small
is?
basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A
Okay.
booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Ah, that's concerning.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
Mm-hmm.
She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to go
Should
well.
we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless
I mean,
everything was.
I'm worried about it.
You want to. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
God, we are desperately short on context.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort. Every step requires...
Mm-hmm. I'm concerned about how big
you
this
to
princess is
climb
going to
one
be.
edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast temple-like
Vast
room.
temple-like room. See, my concern is we've already screwed up by not killing her the first time.
The princess towers over you,
Uh-huh.
almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window.
Great.
Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
That does appear to be a different
The
princess.
chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
Yeah, shut up, you. We're gonna kill her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be
You
direct.
brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
I don't expect this to work, but we're gonna try to be very direct.
Drop it.
No.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp.
Hey now,
It clatters uselessly to the floor.
that's not fair.
You didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us?
Who's in charge
We have
here?
a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
Okay.
Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and You'd better snap yourself out of it.
It's really hard to tell who's on what side here.
Kneel.
No?
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle.
Yep.
Your knees hit the floor.
Figured.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Bird, huh?
The last time
Why
we met,
bird?
you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
What can we say? I'm determined.
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met. I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods.
So our narrator is
Whatever you
not
do, tell her why you're here.
omniscient.
It's best not to give her any ideas.
See, this feels like it's not an accusation. No.
Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
I don't know about that, lady.
Pick up that needle.
Oh, this is gonna go very poorly, isn't it?
It's what she wants. No objections here.
Excuse me?
Don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that
This isn't
sits
good.
unperceived by your senses.
Not good.
But that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
I don't appreciate that they have the options there and I can't take them. Well, it's looking like we don't have any choices. I'm curious if there's any way to get these options.
You reach forward, grasp the blade.
But let's move forward.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Oh, she's so gonna kill us.
Okay, yeah. We could do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
I'm gonna kneel here forever.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft
Uh-huh.
The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken.
She's gonna make me stab myself with this knife, isn't she?
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
I mean, is that true? I can't really say for certain. I know I'm hallucinating at least a little bit with the mirror. I have a clawed hand, or well, the hero has a clawed hand.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
Now, the question is the broken going to be okay with this?
What?
Thank you, hero.
Have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
I'm with you, at least for the moment, narrator. Look at this. Look at this. We know what's going to happen, right?
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Great.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Yeah, this is your fault, narrator. I can't even resist. Let's go. Do it.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you. But you do your best to stagger forward.
Oh yeah, we can definitely do this, right?
Move towards
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson.
What can I say? I'm stubborn.
Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'd rather not.
I'm sorry.
You're not sorry enough.
Don't. As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease.
Great.
It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility.
We're doing so good.
Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. blood fills your lungs.
That's unfortunate.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
You know, I think this lady might be a little
Those
dangerous.
are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
I agree.
It's what she wants.
I don't care.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it.
Do it.
Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling.
Oh my goodness.
The blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one.
We're doing great. This is a completely normal battle we're having.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god.
You're a god now, are you? What are you doing here, tied up then?
It doesn't
Chained
have
up.
to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
What does that mean? I mean, I know we're gonna go through this again, right? Do it. Come on, let's go.
You pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
We gotta try.
Continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement.
You know, I don't think this is gonna be the time we get her.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only do so much at once. Best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal
Sure. Blame free will.
I didn't have to contend with free will.
Problem is, I have free will. You guys don't.
You're the one making things different. You're the one making us know. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
Oh, good. Are we done?
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the
I
crevices.
want to
of
at
the
least,
floor,
you know,
the coppery taste coating your
get her a little bit. Oh, look, our knife is bloody on our little cursor. Just realized.
The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Well, trying to work out the relationships here, you know? What is actually going
Your
on?
devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before.
I'm determined.
Perhaps.
Filled with
if you
determination,
learn
you
your
might say.
lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept.
I'm gonna say that's not a great offer.
Or a pet.
Well, that's demeaning, isn't it?
I agree.
Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this.
I agree.
At least one of them is safe. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her.
I don't think that's
Seize the
accurate.
moment before it's too late.
I think she's toying with us because she enjoys it. Do it.
Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through.
Let's go. Let's go. We can do it. I mean, I don't really believe that. We're gonna try though. Oh,
Freedom rushes
that's
in,
what I wanted.
channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendon.
Yeah, we got a
Defiance.
minor injury on her. We're doing great, guys. We're gonna slay this princess.
She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees.
Yeah, look at her. She's down, right? We've got her. It's the end.
You don't
Oh!
have any time to recover.
Look at that!
Pounding
Look at that! We did it.
plunge your blade into her chest.
I'm not convinced we did it, but you know.
As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
Okay. I feel like this is still gonna go
I
poorly.
could do this. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
Sure.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces.
Sure.
It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
No.
Shut up.
Yep, I agree.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You.
You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
That's very accurate. I have no idea what's going on here. I'm curious if she has multiple personalities too, as we seem to.
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet.
Mm-hmm.
There's an uncertain
Oof.
wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest.
I mean, we're already half dead anyway, right?
She's crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking.
Great.
You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
Great.
You
Good.
made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new. Something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
I imagine we'll find out in a minute.
Monsters and conspirators, I can't bear to watch them. The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her.
Oh, but she's not gone. I don't believe it.
feel liberated. I feel empty.
That's your problem. We don't seem to have a knife anymore.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
Well, there you go.
She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together.
Oh, it's almost cute. We perished together.
I suppose we were never going to get a happy ending, were we? Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something.
Great.
I guess.
Something.
Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Great. I feel so accomplished. The Fury. Sounds great. This is going to go really well, I'm certain.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path, okay, what the hell is that?
Off to a great start this time.
I think he's upset.
Mm-hmm.
What's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Ah, we have another voice now. Great.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was, and ever will be.
Well, yeah, she was going to kill us.
Damn right we did. You'll get it.
Well, I hope so.
Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us, and you almost got us killed.
Yeah, I don't think I like the way our forest is looking this time around.
You're being too generous. You did get us killed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, enough chatter. I've got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions.
I have a feeling the interruptions are going to continue.
Okay, great. You're listening. You're on a path, and at the end of that path is that if your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her. It's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it?
That was interesting. I didn't have to click that time. It just interrupted.
This is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here.
I have.
Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here. This is all different, isn't it?
It is
Yes,
a little different.
precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that.
Go on. Do it.
Oh, you're actually letting me talk now.
We're doing great.
If you've
How's it
already
going?
done it means you've seen
I like
things
the
you're
style
not
of this
supposed to have
game.
seen, and you know things.
I like when games don't think they have.
I cannot
This
hear
doesn't
you.
look like a path in the woods. If reality seems distorted,
Oh, look, you have viewers.
it's because reality is distorted.
Reality's distorted. That's a great sign.
You knew we'd be able to restart like this. I know all sorts of things, which is why you should listen to me.
I really don't trust people who insist that we trust them without a
That's
reason.
not really an answer. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. You'd better take things serious.
Great, let's go.
We only need this one last go at this.
We're gonna do this.
You'd better hope that's true. And don't let that inflated ego get in the way of doing your job.
If there's still a princess in the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
I'm not okay with that plan.
Cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now. You're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining. I can't. Anything I say at this point is far more likely to excel
Okay.
in the unraveling of this place.
It's
than it is
very
to
suspicious.
help you do your job. In fact, I probably shouldn't have even said that. I trust that if you've been here before, it means you know how dangerous she is. And that you know I'm not lying to you about her.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all we're getting out of here.
Yeah, it's not terribly convincing.
Wants to keep things going the way they are. We've been given a second chance to do right by her.
I get it. You're conflicted.
Mm-hmm.
Been through a lot, but I really have to be firm.
We love a firm narrator, right?
I
That's
will tell you one thing, which is that even now you are capable of stopping her and saving the world from ruin. You always have been, and you always will be. Do with that what you will.
great. I'm glad he has faith in us, I guess.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've really got to say it.
Yeah, exactly.
What a crock of shit. Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly.
It didn't go well.
It didn't work. It doesn't count. We died. If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserve for not listening to me.
Jeez, what an obnoxious sad sack this guy is.
Sulking friend, I don't think we have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change. Second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
Great. We have a plan.
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? If the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after?
That's true. How final is this end?
What am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and it doesn't matter because we're going to. Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
Great. Let's go.
Good. We're all on the same page.
Yeah.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. That's
Uh-huh.
fine by me. Let's get moving. I'm itching for a rematch.
Really not giving us much to work with, is he?
The interior of the cabin is a place that
Ooh.
feels long forgotten.
I don't like
There
this.
was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arch.
What is this
Vaulted
stuff?
windows let in the wind.
I don't like it.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it.
Viscous fluid.
Seeps from cracks in the stone
Great.
walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
That was a really unpleasant description. Wet clumps of living meat.
That's
Great.
horrible. You did this.
Did we?
The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Now, but the obvious question here, is this a mirror or not?
The blade is your implement. A mirror? There is no mirror. There's... I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely.
I mean, based on evidence, yeah.
What are you trying to say?
But I would like to know why we're seeing it.
We're succumbing to madness that something in us is broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but it went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
Yep, good plan. Let's go.
You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I mean, this princess, I guess.
Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
Alright, mirror, let's go.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? Strange.
I mean, I would agree. Do you have any context you can provide on this?
It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
That's the question.
Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from.
Concerns me that he wants to go down there.
We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. Smash it. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't evil, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
We're gonna just wipe it
Reach
clean.
forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement.
Yeah, see, it's gone.
As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Okay.
Why am I not surprised?
I mean, I wasn't surprised, that's for
The
sure.
darkness. The stairs leading
Oof.
down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose.
Narrow and
The
grandiose.
high-vaulted
Covered in
ceiling
meat.
stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumulous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess
Lives here.
slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
It's an interesting argument
Her
you're
voice
making.
of bellowing rage roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart?
You know, honestly, it wasn't, because we're still stuck
Come,
here.
see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
I'm sure this is going to be very pleasant.
Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
Got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good.
Agreed.
She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. We're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Our fault.
It doesn't matter what we are. She needs slaying. And we've got the means to do it. So let's get a move on.
I'm sure this is going to be very easy.
If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here. And it's why your task is so important.
So there are some hallucinations happening. So it makes me wonder if that first time we were here, we were seeing things through hallucinations, and now we're seeing more what things actually are. All right, let's go.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in watered streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of
Great.
torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping.
That's
draped in
really
tattered
unpleasant to
dress
look
of
at.
her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
I know what you want to do to us.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist, and then, with a nauseating sound, the skin
Oh.
tears. It plops to the ground. Her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
See, that seems like a problem.
She is loose, and she is coming.
Yeah, great.
It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Screw that. They win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again. This time, we'll get out the other side.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't look like she's in great shape. I am noticing, you know, like, these are not human feet down here. And she does have horns. And, I mean, look, that's an exposed beating heart. That's not normal. Okay, we're going to be decisive. Let's
Your
go.
heart full of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow.
I'm sure it's gonna go fantastic.
Now or never, let's make some beautiful blaze.
Yeah, let's go.
Horrifying squint.
Okay. I don't even know what I'm looking at.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever.
Ooh, that's an unpleasant thought.
I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
Oh, okay. Bye. Huh. Oh, look, a mirror.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Uh-huh.
Gone. It's just us and that awful thing. It's like it's mocking us. I feel anxious. Because
You always feel anxious.
it is. Does that mean the world ended? The world didn't. We're still here.
Yeah,
Come on. We need to keep
interesting
going.
argument.
Figures the world would end.
Alright, let's go to the mirror.
Don't do this. It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Ah, buddy, I'm sure it's fine.
Through the mirror, we just need to find the princess. I don't want to look at us.
How would we even look for her? Mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine.
Through the mirror, we just need to find. I don't want to look at us.
Yeah. Reflection. Let's go. It's me. Okay, sure. Let's go to the cabin. Why not? Yeah, look, it's the cabin. Obviously, this is normal.
Something
Hi.
finds me in the quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
You know, it occurs to me we don't have the knife.
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Look how these hands are holding up this hand for that gesture.
Thoughts about connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
Okay, that's an odd answer.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Okay.
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Well, that's what I was wondering, but
She is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
I mean, sometimes it does. So many options.
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. You are the only thing I know.
Okay.
The space
Interesting.
within is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Okay.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
You know, it's really hard to slay the princess when I can't even identify the princess.
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant
Sure. That's very normal and
That's it.
reasonable thing to
This
say.
vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believed her to be able to.
I don't know what that means.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may behold, and perhaps then I will know more freedom.
Hmm.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remove.
I mean, I suppose from a purely objective standpoint that makes sense, but to the princess, presumably, that would mean something different.
How can I know? I have triggers and something sprawling and unilluminated.
Great. Very normal.
Everything. Until we meet again.
Okay.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
So I guess we're going to leave here in a minute.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Okay.
Then we will be here forever. As
Okay, let's go.
she asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Yeah. Chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, now, the first question, is this actually beginning, or are we continuing
You're
on?
here to slay her. That's the spirit.
Alright, we're gonna go. We're gonna
You
do
make
it.
your way up the short path. We're not going to go through with this, right? She'd ignore him.
Alright, we're gonna speed up a little bit.
The interior of the blade. You take
We're
the
all
blade.
in. Let's go.
Door to the her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it. Good. You're still listening to reason. You
There
walk
she
down the
is.
Stairs and lock eyes. She's so coldly focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Step forward. Your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Let's explore our possibility space.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is... So, you should just drop...
She's unarmed. If you lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Oh, she doesn't look happy about that.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Alright.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is it, isn't it?
we did it.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder,
See? Slay the
do
princess.
you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Oh, no, of course not. But had to try.
She's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Great.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face.
She would still be arrogant in death.
But is it over? Really over?
No.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
Yeah, surely she's dead, you know?
I told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that. Yes, exactly.
I'm not getting close.
Over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Look, we did it. We're
Why
out.
do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
This narrator's very confident.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Except...
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest
looks
stood
familiar.
minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Well, yeah, this is, I feel like the narrator's not telling us something
What
important.
happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from it. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Doesn't seem like it.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
It's very ominous, you know.
This is what's best for everyone.
Trust me. Trust me, he says.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Look, just because you say something doesn't automatically make it true.
Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Nope.
I do, but you're probably not going to like it. Blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I
Suicide,
can
great.
hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away
What
from you.
happiness?
It
You're not
wants
really
this
selling it very
wonderful
well.
place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it, don't you dare. How astute. You are absolutely correct. In a sense, we die. Looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive any? I know this is out there, but that little voice didn't want you to slay the princess.
What? Alright, let's go.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate.
You know what? You and I have very different definitions of bliss, so...
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and the princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
It's just like the grumpiest dungeon master who does not agree with the way you're doing things.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The
Great.
end. Nice knowing you.
The Spectre. Okay, well that's different.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her. By tricks. Earthy, if he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it then. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Okay, different
Well,
voices.
for whatever reason, you're going to insist that those are two very different questions, but let's say for a moment that if you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like a rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Having some issues identifying who the narrator actually is.
Of course there weren't any consequences. You slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, now everyone's right back where they started. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how, had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. Just stay focused, will you? Just be quick about it. That's a good point. How do we know we didn't have things backwards? Maybe slaying the princess was what ended the world, not the other way around.
It did, from our perspective, appear that slaying the princess ended the world.
Yes. Maybe this whole thing was a trick to get us to end the world. Now we get to go through the whole charade again, wholly aware of what's waiting for us at the end. But that's assuming she's alive in that cabin. We did kill her, after all.
I suppose we'll have to find out.
Going to find her in the cabin. If the princess had actually been slain, we wouldn't be here. Let me assure you, killing her will not end the world. And that's exactly what we're afraid of.
The happy ending.
Living happily ever after sounds that bad to you. Oh well, there's no use arguing over your masochism. The cabin awaits.
We're struggling at an issue of definitions here.
People locked her in that
People.
basement, and
People.
that's what this place is.
People.
It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Don't think about it. Trust us. We're fine. I'm sure.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because
Oh, we're
you're
special. Great.
You're the only
Great.
person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if it helps. It's just the way things are.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know we were special. Of course we're special. I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
But I like complicated.
This is boring. You just can. You have to trust that what I'm saying is true.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Now, if you don't...
Alright, fine. Let's go.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She
I know.
won't be a problem.
Cabin. What's the cabin gonna look like this
The
time?
interior of the cabin is cold.
Oh, okay, a
Soft
little different.
odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. The blade is your implement. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Guess we'll find out.
You take the blade from the table.
Alright, let's go. Oh, the mirror disappeared. Just gonna ignore the
The
mirror.
door to the
It's not there.
basement groans open,
It's fine.
revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stair.
Okay,
Everything is coated
here we go
in
again.
blade dust.
The question is,
You can feel it settling.
is the princess still alive after we killed her last time?
The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives
Yeah,
here,
yeah. Probably doing her a
the
favor.
world
I'm sure.
is silent.
Very, very certain this is what's
Nobody's
for
here.
best for her.
Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Alright, what are we gonna find?
As you descend the
Oh,
final step,
look.
the form of the princess
She's dead.
comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor. Its wrists
Look at that.
still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
The narrator seems surprised, but I guess we found what we expected to find?
Okay. She's definitely dead.
Yeah, I would describe that as dead.
It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought,
Uh,
the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Okay. This seems like a problem.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin.
Okay, this one might be harder to kill.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
I think we've officially confused the narrator. Probably for the best.
Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying.
The ghost does appear to be chained to the
What's a
wall,
ghost supposed to do to us?
so I guess it can interact with the physical world.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Killer. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Yeah, I bet you do.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles.
Yeah, this one's gonna be hard to kill.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many
Yeah, that
angles
checks
you
out.
strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
Yeah, I was worried about that. I still want to know what's going on with this hand. I've not been able to find a proper reflection so far.
You're adorable when you're confused.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
You touched me. Come on. It's only fair.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
So many options. Slay the princess harder. I kind of have to.
You swing at the princess once more, and once more your
Really?
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room. You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment.
I mean, I didn't expect it to work, but
She draws in.
I liked it too much.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, Filler. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here together. All I ever
Hey,
wanted
where's the
was to
narrator?
leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
Otherwise, violence is the only language you speak.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens.
Haha!
Are you sure about that? Something should have happened.
Seems like it.
Didn't. We're fine.
We're special, remember?
Not yet. But let's see if you stay that way.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next. But it is over before you can fully conceptualize what
Okay.
the horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
Well, great.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you don't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
Great.
She's real. If she's making that slip, we should return the favor.
Do it. Let's go.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little. And you realize she clutches your still beating heart. Your thumbs unsettling.
Yeah, oops.
Did we get her?
I mean, look, her neck's unattached. That's probably a good thing.
If we didn't, we'd given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
Afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
Great. Wraith.
You're on a path in the
Oh, this is
Here we
different
go
woods.
again.
The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
Seems like it.
Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be.
Yeah, And what if there isn't? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work.
You'd think so, right?
That's exactly what it is. The powers that be, seeing how many ways they can screw with us. But wouldn't that get... Not if they're creative, would it?
Oh, yeah.
Of
Not
course,
wrong.
You've already been there. Twice. But nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine... Well, we didn't have to start over.
That's true. There's a big X up there in the top right.
And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
See, there we go again. There's that that difference in definitions we're dealing with. Your definition of happy ending does not agree with mine.
Ending was the tedium. You lost. Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy.
No.
That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. It was boring. It was bullshit.
Oh, were you there?
So you killed yourself.
That's what happened.
And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. Your princess is real. The
Trying
world
to
is
establish
real.
reality
People
now.
in the world are real, and the danger she poses.
I mean, I haven't
to
seen
all
any of these
is
people,
also,
so how do I know they're real?
unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Why should we help you? So you can just look. Tell you what, I won't do that. I promise.
Oh my gosh. I'm
Yeah,
convinced.
Sure, that changes everything.
He promises.
He did promise. And you believed him?
I don't believe him.
Standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Now, wouldn't that be something? It would. I guess, thankfully, you all aren't the ones actually making the decisions, are you? You know what you have to do. Don't play by his rules. Everything is rigged. Everything is changed. That's all the more reason to take this
Yeah, I'm
seriously.
definitely getting some Stanley
The
Parable
path
vibes
isn't the
here.
same. It means that her influence is spreading. The world has already started to end. Her influence? I really should have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign. If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no.
Oh, what an answer.
That's a hedge, not a wager. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities.
Yeah,
In
obviously.
me,
Obviously.
what you met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity. So, yes, I'm the same. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for him. Maybe they've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence. You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of convenient, everything always comes back to what you want us to do. I'm sick of it. On second thought, let's not kill him. Then she finds a way out on her own. Ugh. Cool. So, standing around out. Only we don't have to see her. No, but she can't kill us out here. Why would she stay? Because it's cowardly, for starters. And because the unknown is always worse than the known.
Not always.
But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options. The only solution worth considering is slaying. Whatever illusion is holding you back from doing that. How are we supposed to decide on anything if you just keep coming up?
Alright, fine, let's go to the cabin.
Continue down the path towards them. It isn't long before you're steps away from your
It
destination.
does look more like a cabin than it did last time. Last third time, I guess.
The more he talks, the more I... Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. It sounds like somebody... There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single... Would you look at that? Take it however you...
Alright, cabin, let's go. What's our cabin gonna look like this time?
The interior of the cabin is
Yeah.
long and dark. A single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from the windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and rolling, colliding. Any furniture of notice? That's strange.
Yeah? You think it's strange?
Strange. Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything.
It's supposed to be a pristine
Great.
picture.
Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw.
The gaping maw.
Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation. The chill wind rage. You've always been watched.
Yeah, that's true.
Right now. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just you stop as you reach the end of the hallway. I presume in front of whatever mirror is up there. What are the odds she's waiting for us right now? Just out. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing.
There it is.
It's like this place read our mind. Just
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void, thinking about what it'd be like to die again. I know exactly how you feel.
Yeah.
shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. Then it, she, princess, constricts.
Great.
Bones snap. Icy pain radiates up from the
This did not go well.
cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse. And you collapse with them. You're met with the
Oh.
terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice. Her grin
Hey, look, we can see our legs.
from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over.
I mean, I like to be proactive.
Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe a lot worse.
Yeah, I mean, you've looked better, I will say.
So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
Yeah.
And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
See, I don't know that I like this plan.
I say we let her do it. It's something different. Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific
But you did hurt me. Twice.
That's a good one.
Ego's all about perspective.
Mm-hmm.
After all you've done, enough talking.
Perspective is an issue.
Plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is done.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong.
Yeah.
Limbs bent and curved. Her torso
Oh,
stretches until
hi.
her face is practically touching yours. Her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle.
That's unpleasant.
You sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head and crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon. So I'm afraid that unfortunately means that and whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours.
Yeah, right?
There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you seriously trying to blame this on us?
It's always our fault, huh?
Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your
She tears open the membrane of your soul.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates.
I feel
inside
wrong.
your
Yeah,
skull.
that seems accurate.
It's all encompassing. So
cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know.
Hey, we're up.
You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body is another option, you know. Don't help either of them. Flip the tape.
Flip it.
Alright, I gotta get her, girl. I will be back.
Alrighty.
That gap where the mirror is, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss. Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle.
Uh-huh.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower,
Yeah,
tear your body
let's
from
go.
the wall and hurl.
Yeah, we'll
Bones
see.
burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends. Enough is enough. I'm tired of us. You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's
Woo!
hold on your body.
We successfully threw ourselves into a pit. We're doing great.
Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward. The dark. Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall and fall.
Yeah.
One end, an empire of frigid nothing. I don't think this qualifies as saving you, but at least you didn't ruin it.
Great.
What happens now?
This made me know what was going to happen.
What he thinks happens now. Oh, and why is that? He's
Idiot.
gone. But
Oh. Uh-huh. That's a great question, lady. Oh, there's the hands. And she's gone, which means the mirror.
she's gone. Where's that mirror again? It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's going to do something to it. You don't need to comfort me. Okay. If you say so. I'll trust you.
I like that we are a separate entity from all of the other entities inside the game. I always
This
appreciate
is
that kind of
going
thing.
to work out. Whatever makes you happy.
Alright. You've grown. We've grown. Welcome to the long quiet. To the cabin. Still not a cabin. I disagree with your... I disagree.
Flickering
Hi.
lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. Whenever you are ready. Is a child the same as an infant? I am a pattern. With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be. And every exploration yields new. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have shut in this moment. All I want. Eyes close and perspectives melt together, and the breadth of my experience, it feels correct. Why wouldn't I be kind to you? Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. There is a hurt that dwells was a nun, but they are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve. I cannot be as I was before. If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build upon. I will transcend in due time. Gifts aren't what someone tells you to do. Do not worry.
Alright, let's go.
I await your return, but it will give me time till we will meet again.
I died. Again.
You're on a path in the. You're here to. You make your way up. We're not going to go through this, right? Ignore him. The interior of the blade.
Nope, not taking the blade this time.
The door to the basement creaks open. Reveal her voice.
Hello?
It's hypnotizing. So don't let it fool you. It's all. How many times do I have to tell you how?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my
Yeah, I
husband.
mean, this is probably a bad idea, but, you know,
You walk down
why not try a bad
the stairs
idea?
and lock eyes with the princess. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi.
Yeah, I don't trust you, narrator.
Here, I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
I'm sure.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets.
Let's take a
Only
look.
making this more difficult.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Yeah, probably, but, you know, you gotta make some mistakes sometimes.
You're doing the right thing. Walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy. Far too solid.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe
no.
it's somewhere upstairs. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Yeah, that's
If
suspicious.
We were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, with the door at the top of the stair. Is someone else here? You try the door. Your shouts, and you're here to slay the prince.
Okay.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would be easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
You sure did.
There's a slight panic rising in the.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely.
Ah!
Limb with the determination of a wolf.
Okay.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it may. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what.
I guess we're saving the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the and cut into her flesh.
This is normal.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
So unpleasant.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains fall suit.
Okay, we saved the
She didn't
princess.
so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
I mean, I don't think she's human.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Rhythmically, what a word to use
How is
there.
she still smiling after everything?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Sure, let's go.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Hey now.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are...
Ah, okay. I like this. This is good.
Stop that.
over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I actually don't know that at the moment.
She lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. The princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Look, we've gone through this 6 times and you haven't managed it yet. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
Is she gonna kill me?
We both know this isn't you.
Look at those eyes.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your
There it
chest,
is.
tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, this is the one I've seen before. This was in the trailer.
Until it's done. For her sake. For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest.
I love how annoyed the narrator gets.
And again, you feel every inch. But
I'm sorry.
You seem real sorry about it.
Doesn't use it, does she? Apparently not. It doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? Sabu,
I'm so sorry.
with one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the
Oh
floor,
boy.
your blood pooling around. You can't just end like this. Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer, everything goes dark.
Alright, we're dead. The damsel.
You're on a path in the wood. You're here to slay. A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. He doesn't remember what happened. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it. Oh, yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intent. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love. And the 4 of us will be
The 4 of us. Okay, great. Including me into that one, are you?
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's... What can I say? Oh. We could go back and forth on this.
Right, let's go.
Warn, she will...
Yeah.
I think we've already been over this. I do. But I also speak from the heart. I'm sure, yeah, your passions are strong.
Oh boy.
Everyone need to pay their bickering anymore.
Cabin, let's go. What's the cabin gonna look like this time?
Interior of the
Oh, a
cabin is
dungeon.
clean and elegant. Its stone walls draped in fine-threaded
The
tapestries.
I love. He just says that natural every time. The interior of the cabin.
The only furniture, the blade is your...
In we go.
The door to the basement.
Ooh, I like that. That's nice.
Revealing an intricate stairwell, but it's still a stone basement. A soft voice.
Hello? Is
Her voice. It somehow held my tongue till now, but you were taking this a little too far. We barely even know. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in
Not in love. No, that'd be ridiculous.
Just remember that her charms are... We walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around. My love! We're here to rescue. You know she can't hit. She may not be able to
Wow.
hear my word. Oh, your spirit's plenty.
it's you, my dashing hero.
Do you hear that? And she called us
Dashing.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two. Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. That's right.
I
Peter.
sure have been.
You killed us. Well, she killed only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our
Yeah.
beloved's hands remain. You've died with her. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I really hoped I'd be the first, but we damned
Okay.
the whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds.
Apparently we can.
Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible. It's horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another Now, hold
Wow.
on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we never saw a world end?
That's
Now
true.
I'm even
We did
more
not see it.
certain
chase are heroic and romantic.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body.
That's practically she made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign.
You died, and now we're talking.
Ah.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world?
Isn't that just like her?
Wow.
Are you listening to her?
Then I didn't end the world.
I'm glad we've got that settled.
See? She didn't confess anything.
Not so sure.
Another version of me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
We're doing our best over here.
She took that in stride. That's because she. Do you think she has someone like him? She doesn't.
I think he's right. Because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrible...
Rescue her? What are you talking about?
Just
Did you
rescue
think
the princess.
World-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, this
Mhm.
complete moral disaster that would be.
Don't you see how dainty her hands?
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through. If her hand could just slip out of the chain, why hasn't she done it?
Because we've yet to present...
I'm not sure I follow.
Would you rather believe me?
This is a really odd tack to take.
Nature, or would you rather believe the...
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
One
Facts
of
are
us has to
good.
be.
I do like
Then
facts,
let me
actually.
show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll
We just gotta do it quick.
take
Do
over
it quick
her
for the
body.
narrator.
Just try and kill her.
Yeah?
You would if you had a weapon.
On
Aha.
my watch, villain. My actions contain Titanic.
Titanic depths, my.
Anything that might harm our dearest.
You wouldn't.
Oh, I think you would.
I'd listen to him if I were you.
He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach
Wow.
the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her.
Last year that was your hiring enrollment. Oh.
Hi, welcome home.
Hi!
I'm slaying a princess.
Over and over.
Oh
Right?
yeah,
Because
she's like
playing.
evil, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing a very good job of it.
Yeah, you
Don't
probably
you keep
keep being murdered.
Slaying her did not work, so now we're gonna try saving her.
Oh, okay.
You can't save her, can you?
I have no
I've seen
idea.
this.
Well, look, I'm slipping the thing right off her hand.
I like the art in this game.
Right, doesn't she stab you though?
She did last time. We're all in though. We're gonna save her. See.
Didn't one time she ripped your soul from your body?
Yes, that did happen. That was a different timeline though. I insisted that I should just be able to slip her hand out of the bindings, and the narrator got grumpy and let me do it.
I can't
Okay.
believe it.
It's like arguing with the DM.
Do you see
Do you have a preset options or do you type
Very
your own?
adorable. Oh, he's on the camera too. There he is.
Yeah, he's so cute! I need to go with him.
Which one?
Aaron, my friend.
Thank you.
Okay, he's gotta
Thanks
have
so
a
much.
vest and a leash because there's dogs.
There she is.
There she
Oh,
is.
we
She's
saved
free.
her.
She's not gonna kill him.
Princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Oh, look at those boobs.
The narrator is not happy about this.
A weapon, one slip of the wrist, and your pristine blade will be buried in her back.
This narrator sounds like the evil one.
You know, he's very suspicious.
Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power?
Power of love.
Voice of the smitten. Who's the smitten?
That sounds perfect.
Oh, the music just changed.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes
That
of the
changed?
entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine.
But why? Every time we try to get more information out of the narrator, he just kind of stonewalls us. Sometimes he just gaslights us about what we can and can't see.
We have each other.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my.
I don't have to work
choice has
Saturday.
been made.
Woo!
Hey, you did it. Good job.
Good
You have
job.
to
She's
mope
got coverage.
about it.
I am
Feel
glad.
about it. Because moping is the only way stuff
The
right.
narrator is now moping.
Even the princess walk up the stairs.
He's
What
so
happens after
upset.
you walk up the stairs? Oh, isn't that interesting? It all slams in your face.
Yeah. The narrator does not play fair.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? And you should know you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
We are supposed to leave.
It isn't fair, but the enough with this true love. Of course you would.
So you're against
Our
the
passion will
narrator
run
right now?
deeper than anything.
Is that
At the moment, I've tried going along with him. That didn't work out so well.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with every whim of that delusional voice.
The time I did slay the princess, after that, it's just like, you did it! Great! Now you're trapped here forever. Isn't that great? Like, about that.
About
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Hi! Look at you! You are so tall!
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
The pair of teenagers in love. You and the princess place your hands on the door.
Okay. You're welcome. Yes,
We have
indeed.
cookies.
And
They're raspberry and cheesecake. What you got?
kidding.
I told you.
I think we're defeating the narrator with the power
What's
of
that?
love.
Give me. Is it a card?
Told
Is it a
you
card?
my love
It's a
was
card? What kind of card is that?
insurmountable.
It's a card for Livongo if you have diabetes only.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and
Oh.
that's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing.
Oh, great, there's the knife.
People
Yeah,
can
they're just
slay
doing
her
Livongo
before
for
it's too
diabetes
late.
again.
No.
You're taking every opportunity you can to draw.
That's the way out.
Livongo's great,
We're
but
going
I
to
like
leave together.
Livongo for every
Just like we
rather than
wanted.
just
Mm-hmm.
diabetes.
Yes, I suppose you are. but
Livongo's great for people with diabetes though.
across the
See
room,
if I could
opening the door to the cabin,
get this.
and
Then I
you
could just give it away.
Oh, look at that, we did it.
You do have to have a
Happy
type 2
ending
diabetes
of
diagnosis.
I know.
Okay.
I know. That's why I said if I could.
Did it.
Okay.
What should we do now?
Where
Great.
did everything go? Where did he
going
go?
on?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too...
I
Cool.
like Livongo.
Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Mm-hmm.
Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Apparently we have feathers.
Feathers.
So earlier on, she called me a little bird. So I'm thinking that might be literal. Oh, there she goes.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
what happened? Did she turn into a star?
That happens sometimes.
She's gone.
Did you see the child? Hi, my honey.
But it feels so bad. Yes.
I don't know if you know this song.
She'll be there waiting for...
Hmm.
Oh,
Did you see how cute he's being?
he's being adorable.
Look at his butthole.
Oh. Huh.
His butthole, really?
He's so
I've
cute.
withered. Weird.
See?
Out of the whole body. The part you did.
Well, that's how he tells you he loves you, is he shows off his butthole.
I'll do that to you later.
Well, thank you.
Hi.
I want to show you I love you.
A mass of
Hey, you know noms, Mercy.
Hmm.
No noms on Mercy.
potential can be
No noms.
changing.
He said, fine, I won't be pet then.
He does have pet aggression. It's a lot of petting.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse. Nor does it make it does seem small. Although legit. My perspectives are shattered. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen that you perhaps a switch.
Oh, my back.
I care about her guess, but I have no preference. And yet my waters flow and my streets blossom. I am everything that... This one You wanted her to do not mourn her. She has served her purpose. The desires of my multitude thrive and endless. I am what I have always known. The tides do not dictate what my gift to you is. I will be here when the time calls to meet again.
Okay. I think that's going to do it for right now.